Okay. Zach, how did you and Rose start talking?
We started talking on a dating app called Bumble.
Okay. And what did she message you on Bumble?
It'd be tough to figure out what her first message was, but I still take pride in the fact that she had to choose me. The women have all the power on Bumble.
How does it work? They
So
message you?
you look through pictures. If you like their picture, and there's just brief information on below the picture, you swipe right.
Okay.
And then if she swiped right on me and I swiped right on her, I couldn't talk to her until she talked to me first.
Gotcha. But
Yeah.
you don't remember the first
I
message?
don't.
Okay.
We were discussing just downloading it just to see if we could look back at our old conversations, but we haven't.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
What about your first date?
Our first date, the thing that sticks out the most is she wore a blanket. She wore a blanket scarf.
Okay.
I still make fun of her to this day about that because we had a great conversation even before we went on the first date. I had some experience prior to Rose where the person wasn't, I had gone on a date or two prior to Rose with that same app, and the person wasn't what their picture was, right? So I show up and it's Rose, it's this beautiful girl, but she's wearing a blanket. So I was a little concerned, but we had a great conversation. We went dancing later in the evening after our first date, just for appetizers and drinks, and it turned into an all-night affair at the dance club. So it was a good experience for sure.
Right on. Well, that was the next question. What did you first notice about her?
No question, her eyes. I was probably uncomfortably staring into her eyes most of that initial meeting, 2 hours or so. Yeah, yeah.
Tell us about your first kiss. Who made the first move?
That's a very controversial subject. She says she made the first move. I definitely made the first move. It wasn't that first date, it was the second date. And we were just standing at the bar, and I kind of awkwardly looked at her and grabbed her and gave her a kiss.
Okay.
She might not agree, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Who's the better driver?
Man, again, that's very controversial. I have to give it to her. She hasn't been at any fender benders or anything since we've been dating. Unfortunately, I hit a parking pole in our last apartment, so she wins, I guess, just on that technicality. I've had one fender bender. Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. What flower best describes Rose when she first wakes up in the morning?
What flower?
There's
That's a tough one.
3 choices.
Okay.
Sunflower, bird of paradise, or a snapdragon.
Now, I don't know what 2 of those are. She takes about 5 minutes for her to wake up, but then she's bright and happy. She's not one of those people that are crabby in the morning or anything. So I think sunflower
Okay.
is good, and it's the only one I know. So we'll go with sunflower.
Of the following 3, what would Rose say is the easiest to give up for a month? Coffee, shopping, or cuddling?
Man, those are all tough. She loves all of them a lot. I'm gonna go. She would probably give up coffee out of those 3. Yep.
All right. What would you say she would say is the hardest?
I want to say shopping because I give her so much crap about it, but she loves to cuddle. She can barely go to sleep without cuddling. She'd be cuddling, I
She
think.
needs to be cuddled.
Yes. Yeah.
When Rose gets mad, what does she say?
Oh, it's what she doesn't say. She gets
Oh.
quiet. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
what she doesn't say if she gets mad.
No problem.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's talkative all day, and in general, very talkative person. So you know when she gets quiet.
She's
She's probably
mad.
mad at me. Yeah.
All right. When did you first realize you loved her?
Man, it's interesting because like I was saying, prior to that first date, we had talked for 3 weeks before even meeting up, right? So we found out a lot of information about each other prior to meeting up, and then we went on that first date, and it went so well. And from that point on, we were seeing each other 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, I think it all happened pretty quick. I would say within even the first month.
Mm.
Yeah, I definitely felt that I loved her already.
Who said I love you first?
I did. It was
Oh.
definitely me. I don't know if it was that within that first month. It was probably shortly after,
Okay.
somewhere in that month to 2 month range.
What's your favorite physical attribute of Rose's?
Well, let's go with eyes. We'll go with the eyes.
We'll go with the
Yeah.
eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is Rose's favorite physical attribute of yours?
Arms. She likes my arms.
What would she say is her biggest pet peeve about you?
Oh man. Leaving lights on. I have a terrible habit of leaving lights on. She pokes at me about 3 or 4 times a day, at least, and I still somehow leave the lights on.
Zach, when did you first realize you wanted to marry Rose?
So I think definitely sooner than most relationships. I realized that she was special, and like we had a really strong relationship early on. She says it was 2 weeks. It wasn't that soon, but it was probably right around that same time where I knew I loved her. So probably around 2 months, I told her, I said, I'm going to marry you someday. And we just kind of laughed it off at the time, but she always points back to that right around 2 months, I would say.
What are your favorite qualities of Rose?
Favorite quality? She walks this line like nobody I've ever seen, where she is so kind and friendly, but yet very straightforward and blunt. I've never seen anybody with that really good quality that can be so straightforward and blunt, but very kind and genuine. She's 100% genuine in everything she does and everything she says. I love that about her. She's very caring and wants people she knows and people around her to feel good and be happy.
Okay. Is there anything you want Rose to know? Or do you want to leave her a little message?
Oh, there's plenty of stuff I want her to know. Just that I love her, and I hope that when you're watching this video, surrounded with friends and family, that you're having a great time. And yeah, that I love you, and I hope this weekend is just a great time to celebrate our marriage together and with your friends and family.
That was it.
Oh my God, my hands are like sweating.
all
I'm like
right?
nervous. And like,
No, we're gonna.
you think it came out all right?
Yeah,
We
so-
can do it again too if it's bad.
I don't think we